Guys, I hope you all are doing okay. I'm sorry about the internet issues or whatever it is. I don't know what the problem with Zoom is right now, but that's okay. We're going to figure it out. And we're going to do the best with what we can right now. So, today we're going to be working on some reading. So, if you have your book, it can be either one of the books, but you're going to be looking at page 12 in the book. Page 12. Give you a second to get there. So the first thing we're going to look at is up here where it says before you read. So one of the things that I want us to be working on is reading longer articles. So if you look at the article we're going to be reading today, it's several paragraphs long. And when you're reading, especially in English, or any second language, any language that's not your first language, it can be hard to hold all of that information in your mind as you read. So I want us to work today on a few strategies that are going to help you read quicker and understand more of what you're reading as you do it. So let's take a look up here before you read. Now, if you look over here, there's a little red box and it says, before you read, look at the title and the pictures. Predict or guess what you are going to read about. This will help you read faster. So before you read something, and you already probably do this when you're reading a magazine or you're online, you look at the title and the pictures to get an idea of what you're going to be reading about. So, what is the title of this article? Right. So the title of this article is Your Personality and Your Job. So personality is who you are as a person, what kind of characteristics you have as a person, and your job. So how your personality relates to what you do for work. So let's take a look at the pictures. What do you see in the pictures? What jobs do they have? What job does this woman have? Yeah. Good. She's some kind of maybe a nurse or a doctor. Good, good. What is this person doing? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. He looks like he's probably some kind of scientist or works with computers, something like that. He works probably with more computers. And then what about this woman here at the bottom? Yeah, she's an artist. So she's a painter or an artist. Good. So based on this title and looking at these pictures, let's look at this first picture of the woman who is a doctor or a nurse. What kind of person would like to be a doctor? What are some characteristics of that type of person? Okay, good. So maybe they are they like working with people. Maybe they are good at science. They enjoy helping other people. Good. What about someone who works with computers? What about someone who works with computers? What kind of characteristics do they have? Okay, good. Maybe they are they're smart. Maybe they're analytical. They can think very clearly and they see patterns. Good. What about someone who is an artist? What kind of personality do they have? Okay, good. Good. Maybe they are creative or they like to try new things. Good. Whatever it is you think of, these are just some of my ideas, but you have your own ideas also. All right. Okay. So based on what we know about these people, based on what you've already thought about with their personalities, what do you think this article is going to be about? Okay, good, good. So I just want you to be thinking about that. So you already have some idea of what the article is going to be about. This way, as you read, you are not as surprised by things. You don't have to process through them because you can already expect what is happening. Now, the way we are going to do this, we are going to listen first, and then you will read on your own. So first you will listen, and then you will read on your own. So let me get this ready.
Page 12.
Okay, so if you have your book, read along. So we're going to listen to a recording of this article. If you have your book, read along. And if you don't have your book, I have sent you a picture of this page so you can follow along as you listen. All right. Let me move my computer a little bit so you can see it better. Okay. I'm also going to hold it up so that hopefully you're able to follow along a little bit easier. So we're going to listen to it, read all the way through, follow along as you go. And if there are any words you don't know or you want to listen to it again, you can always back it up and listen again, or listen to the whole thing again if that will make it easier for you. So let's listen to it and follow along as you listen.
Exercise 2.
Your personality and your job. What is the perfect job for you? It depends a lot on your personality. People think, act, and feel in different ways, and there are interesting jobs for every kind of person.
Can you hear this? I feel like it is very quiet. Let me try this again. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm going to make it a little bit louder, so hopefully you can hear it better.
Page 12. Exercise 2.
Your personality and your job. What is the perfect job for you? It depends a lot on your personality. People think, act, and feel in different ways, and there are interesting jobs for every kind of person. 3 common personality types are outgoing, intellectual, and creative. Outgoing people enjoy meeting others and helping them. They are good talkers. They are friendly and they get along well with other people. They often become nurses, counselors, teachers, or social workers. Intellectual people like thinking about problems and finding answers to hard questions. They often enjoy reading and playing games like chess. Many intellectual people like working alone more than working in a group. They may become scientists, computer programmers, or writers. Creative people enjoy making things. They like to imagine things that are new and different. Many of them become artists, such as painters, dancers, or musicians. Architects, designers, and photographers are other examples of creative jobs. Before you choose a career, think about your personality type. If you want to be happy in your work, choose the right job for your personality.
All right. If you want to listen to it again, you can always rewind the video and watch it again. Now, you've listened to it once, so you have a good idea of what it's about. Now I want you to read it on your own. So I want you to pause the video here and read through the whole article again on your own. Okay. Remember, just pause the video if you are not finished and then restart it when you finish reading. So now you've listened to it once and you've read through it once. So hopefully you have a pretty good idea of what the article is about. So let's turn the page and look at page 13. Look at page 13 up at the top. So if you have the new book, it looks a little bit different. There's a little bit extra questions. So if you have the new book, it looks like this. If you have the older book, it looks like this, but they're both generally the same thing. So I'm going to use the newer book because it has a few extra questions that I want us to talk about. So if you look over at number 3 after you read, there's a couple questions just to check and make sure you're understanding what you're reading. So the first question says, according to the article, why is it important to know your personality type? So what I want you to do, I want you to think about this, and then I want you to write down the answer. So get out a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write the answer to these questions. So I have already sent you a picture of these questions, but I also want us to talk about them a little bit. I will read them out loud right now, but I want you on a piece of paper to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and write down the answer to these questions. So question 1 says, according to the article, why is it important to know your personality type? Question 2, what 3 personality types does the article discuss? So what 3 personality types do they talk about in this article? Number 3, what do intellectual people like doing? What jobs are good for them? Number 4, what do creative people enjoy doing? What jobs are good for them? So you're talking about intellectual people and then creative people. Okay. Number 5, according to the article, would an outgoing person enjoy being a scientist? Why or why not? So if someone is outgoing, would they enjoy the job of a scientist? Based on the article, would they enjoy that? Why or why not? And the last question, does the author believe that one personality type is better than others? It says, now this one is interesting. It says, cite evidence from the article to support your answer. So the question is, does the article or does the author, so the person who wrote this, does the author believe that one personality type is better than another? So yes or no. And then cite evidence. So show me where in the article. If you see in the article where it says, yes, one personality type is better than the other, or no, one personality type is not better than the other, I want you to find the sentence in the article and write down the sentence from the article where you find the answer. So, cite means that you get the information directly from the article. So if you find a sentence that has the answer, write down that sentence exactly from the article. So I want you to answer these 6 questions on a piece of paper, and you will turn it in on Thursday in class. You can go ahead and pause the video here to answer those questions. When you're finished, just restart the video and we'll keep going. Okay, so now that you're done answering those questions, I want to talk a little bit about some of the vocabulary. We're not going to go into great detail, but I do want to talk about a few of them. So we have 6 words here. So either book has the same words. I want you to repeat after me. Artists. Artists. Good. Creative. Creative. Intellectual. Intellectual. Outgoing. Outgoing. Personality. Personality. And type. Type. Good. So in this article, they talked about different personality types. So they gave us 3. You wrote about them up here. So what I want you to do, we're just going to follow the directions from the book, but I want you to find these 6 words in the reading. So find these 6 words and underline them in the article. All right, good. Now, once you've found these words in the article, I want you to read the sentence that they are in. So if you found the word creative, read the sentence that the word creative is in. And maybe read the sentence after it also. When you're looking at words that you don't know, it's important to read the sentence around it and the sentences before and after it also to get an idea of what the word means. If you are reading something on the internet or if you are out in the real world and you have to read something and there is a word that you don't know, you won't always have the option to look it up or to ask someone what it means. So we need to start developing strategies for dealing with new words. And one way to do that is to read everything around it to try to guess the meaning of that word. So if you look down here at number 4, we see that we have matching the definitions. Now we're going to work up to this. So you found these words in the article. Now I want you to find these phrases. So there's 6 words and then 6 phrases in the article. So the 6 phrases are: enjoy meeting others, like to imagine things that are new and different, like thinking about problems, think, act, and feel in different ways, painters, dancers, or musicians, every kind of person. Now, you found these words, now you're going to find these phrases. So you found the words, now you're going to find these phrases in the article and circle them in the article. Okay, when you're ready, when you've done that, go ahead and move on. So you found these words and you found these phrases, and you should see in the article where the word you underlined should match up to a phrase that you circled. So if you circled creative or you underlined creative, then there should be a phrase that you circled near the word creative. So now you have these 6 words and I want you to write the phrase that matches up with it in the article. So you underlined a word and then you circled a phrase and they match. Write that phrase underneath the word. Pause the video here and write all of those phrases underneath the word, and then go ahead and restart the video. All right, so now you have those phrases written underneath these words, and these are clues. So these are the clues from the article. These are the words around these specific vocabulary words to help you guess the meaning. So now when we look down here at the bottom, when we have these definitions next to the words, now you have clues to help figure out the definition. So what I want you to do, as you are looking at the word, read the phrase that you wrote and guess the meaning. So then you're going to match it with the definitions of the vocabulary words. Right? Pause the video, go ahead and match these words with their definitions, and then we'll be back. Okay, if you need more time, you can pause the video again. Now I want you to do a little bit of writing. So you've already written these answers and you've done some writing down here, but on that same piece of paper that you answered these questions, I also want you to write the answers to these questions down here. So it says talk, but because we are online today, I just want you to write the answers, and I want you to practice writing. So everything that you are speaking, you should also be writing. So this will give you a chance to practice your writing as well as your speaking when we are back in class on Thursday. So you're going to write down these answers. You're going to answer question 1. What personality type are you, and why do you think so? So write the answer to that question. And number 2, what is a good job for you? I want you to write down the answer to that question. Okay. I know that today was a little bit strange. I'm sorry that Zoom wasn't working for us today. Again, I don't know why, but we're going to do the best we can. So as you watch this video, hopefully you went ahead and did the writing and filled in these answers and then wrote these answers as well. You will turn in all of the writing that you did today. So you'll give me these answers and as well as these answers on Thursday in class. So make sure you have them written down on a piece of paper so you can give them to me and I can read them. And we will talk about this also in class on Thursday. Okay. One other thing that I wanted to talk to you all about, we are going to be using a program called Burlington English a little bit more in class. So some of you have probably already used it, but we are going to be using it more. So one thing that I want you to do for homework is download Burlington English. So I'm going to share my screen with you really quick and show you what Burlington English looks like. Here we go. Okay, so, all right, so this is what Burlington English looks like. You might recognize this icon up here in the corner. That is what the app looks like on your phone, and that's what the program looks like normally. So what I want you to do for homework, you will have written from the book during the activity, and I want you to download the Burlington English app onto your phone or tablet or iPad. Download it so you can be using it in class. I am going to be sending you directions on how to download it. So if you have any problems, you can check those instructions. But we will be using it more. So we will start using it in class on Thursday, and you'll also have some homework that goes with it. So please make sure that is downloaded. All right, guys, I know today wasn't what we planned, but that is okay. Make sure you have the answers from page 13 written down. I have already sent you a picture of this page. So make sure you have those written down for Thursday and download the Burlington English app onto your phone or tablet. All right, guys, have a good day. I am sorry I didn't get to see you, but I will see you in class on Thursday, and hopefully everything will go smoothly. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.